Hello all, this is Dswank. I am in Space Engineers continuing my small ship gone wild build. I have done a little more modifications to the reactor to give it a little more flair. I gave it this, which looks interesting. I'm not sure if I like it or not. So I did it on this module. Also on these pieces. And I didn't go far enough back with one of these. I thought it needed a little more flair than what it had. And the interior wall gives a little flare inside there that looks like panels inside to help with that. And I'm gonna put one more. And I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I need to do the same on this one real quick. And then do that on the ones up here. Like that. And I didn't put the lights on there for a reason, because I felt that this looked better. Or that the flat ones look better inside. It's even on the back. So yeah. Alright. So now that we're not messing with the reactor anymore, that's going to be the reactor module that's put in here. Now, I don't know how I'm putting it in yet. But there are several other modules that I created a list of things that I would need to do. And what they are, we've got a refinery assembler module. And that would be kind of in the machine shop for the ship, which would kind of be engineering. Which, for me, that's going to be what I'm going to put. I need to do that T intersection that I was talking about. So we've got the T intersection. And what I'm going to get, or T, or 90-degree turn, that you'll have, I think I like the idea of having a T intersection the whole way go down to here, and then a 90-degree turn. So have two entrances into the engineering area. And on this way will be the machine shop. So this will have the refinery and stuff like this. Everything forward will have the more engineering type things. So need to get those done. So T and 90 degree. So I have those two. I have the refinery assembler. There's three. A module that has the shield generators in it. Module that has all the life support in it. A cargo module, which I think I'm going to line the sides of the cargo bay with the cargo stuff that you would normally see in Space Engineers. A medical room, which is going to be in between the cockpit, or the command, whatever, cockpit, and the cargo. Kind of that gap. The galley is kind of an iffy one, whether I'm going to freeform it or make a module. Same with the head, and just sleeping quarters. I think I'm going freeform for those, but those are possibility. A gyro module, and repulsors and landing gear module. Probably the landing gear is going to be the most useful. I may also create a battery module with these batteries, because they do look kind of cool. Or I may leave these batteries here only being used as cooling fans in the reactors. So to start off, probably the ones that I need to do the most work on, or for converting, will be the 90-degree turn and the T intersection. So, okay, grab you, and then Control V, and we'll pull you over here. No, you're drifting. Yes, Control V. Alright, the T will be fairly easy, because what I'll do is we'll just clean up everything further back than this. Got a lot of that to clean up. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Now, something I'm probably going to be doing is cutting away from this construction, because building this, the T and the other, is going to be fairly simplistic and not very interesting. So, alright, got the T intersection and the 90-degree turn taken care of. So now I'm going to start trying to put the floor or the passageways together for the engineering section, and see how that shakes out. I may have to do some growth on my parts, or to modifications to my part, the segments. There we go. Okay. So, I just hit a slight issue. I can't place the last module because ship would exceed regulations. So, let's see just how big this damn thing is. Info. Alright, so I've got a slight problem, and I don't know if I can fix it this way, but I'm about to find out. I think I can. And you'll see what my issue is in a moment. I started putting the reactors modules in after putting the walls in, and I ran into a couple complications. One, the reactor modules are large, obviously. Okay, you go away. You, Control C. We want to hold on to you, and then we want to get rid of you because you've got momentum. Okay. So, that should be good enough. That we can wedge that in here. Yeah, this is getting a little tight. Only had 3 blocks to work, 3 small grid blocks to work with there. So kind of, let's, okay, 1, you are way off. Alright, so we got you. 2, need to turn you. Like so. Come on. Attach you like that. Now I need to cover up the ports, but we can work with this. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, can I fly through this? No. Okay. But we do have power on it. That's a major step up. So, a fly through here. Ow. We've kind of got the layout, and I just realized I've done such a great job here that pretty soon the only way up into this segment of the ship is going to be... Ooh, that's something else I need to do, is put gravity on this. But yeah, pretty soon the only way up is going to be from the lower segment of the ship. Which, while I'm not... I don't think that's a bad thing. It does make things a little inconvenient. But it was bound to happen. Air. Let's see. I'm thinking... Let's see. How do we want to do this? Obviously, to me, that makes sense. That there. Let's see. That there. You. That there. There. Bring that down. At least the two. Put you there. Okay. So, duplicate that. Okay. Ramp. That it? That's... Why is this 4 and that 3? Oh, because it's not centered. That's why. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. I have plenty of room, and it just makes it look interesting. I can tuck in some control panels and stuff in here. Make it more fascinating. Give it a little bit of flair. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I haven't screwed up completely. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you. And you. Alright, so, I got the reactors in. I've flushed the walls out. I'm actually turned around a little bit as to which way's forward, which way's back. I think this is the back. And I think that way's forward. No. That should be the forward part. That should be back. Yeah. So... But whatever, it doesn't really matter. What's cool is either one of those two buttons works both reactors. We've got some cable made out of tires that's not finished yet. There we go. Running the length of the ceiling. I I'm not sure. I might replace some of it with the this, because that looks kind of cool. Got doors that open and close. I have no gravity again. We've got this area for the rest of the engineering, which I'm going to have to close off back here. And it looks like the ship, the reactors are not technically attached to the rest of the ship. So I'm going to make sure that that is done. Let's see, we want straight there, and 90 degree, 90 degree. Alright, so we've got the reactor doing light goofiness because of distance of loading and things. Honestly, we can cover up most of this wall now, and that there. Inside this area, before I close things up, this is where the shields generator will go, the repulsor, or at least a couple of the repulsor banks will go, and the refinery assemblers are going to be going back here in this area. I probably should also include, well, life support is also going to include the gravity generators. So, yeah. Because, yeah. Makes sense to me. Life support is not going to be in this section, I don't believe. I think life support's going to be... Actually, I'm kind of torn. Do I put life support up with engineering or in medical? Because both of those make sense to me. This area back here, like I said, is going to be the machine shop, which is going to have some cargo and some... the assemblers and refineries that the ship carries. I need to see what the azimuth refinery looks... Not refinery, but... yeah. What this looks like. And what sort of connectors it uses. Large connector. Okay. Well, this is going to become an issue to some degree, because these use the large ports, and I don't have any large ports anywhere on the ship at the moment. However, I may have large ports right here going down. This is where things stop going from the modular quick build stuff to actual more engineering type issues. How do I use the space that I have given myself? So things like that. But what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this episode is I'm going to be working on the nose of the ship. Okay, we want to delete you and put you over here, and then work on the rest of the ship. So we've actually got a huge amount of space wedged in here for things like additional reactors. I can probably run heavy tubes through this area back here for larger material processing, things like that. So there's a lot of space here. So yeah. I'm liking that. I'm liking the way this is turning out. So, like I said, I'm going to work on what will be the nose segment. One of the things I need to do, though, is do a little bit of measuring. See, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. Alright, so let's see. So 1, 2, 2. Alright, so I just have to extend this one more square. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, so in this holding there. Turn you. That could have been a lot worse. For what I had to do, extending it one square is not that bad. So, what I'm actually going to be working on is the part that will go here in this area. See. And that'll actually be quite easy. So I'll be back once I've done what I was doing. Alright, so I'm nearing the end of my prep work here. This is kind of trying to figure out how the hull shape is. The bridge, for those curious, is going to go here. Also, it's going to have a much more curved down shape below. This, I'm not entirely sure. I may turn that into the galley and rec room stuff. Additional space. Don't know. That may also get shrunk. I may pull the whole... basically cut here and pull this whole part back several layers. I'm not sure. I think I will, because that's a lot bigger than I intended. Something, because, yeah, I'm definitely doing that, because that is much bigger than I had wanted. Alright, so I've got this area, and it's good size, but it's not enormous. Here, that is going to be kind of, I don't know. We've got 3 large crew rooms. This, I'm not sure about. Again, this one I'm not sure about. I might go in, edit this, so this is kind of a secondary cargo bay, cut out the wall, cut out the this hallway, and the just extend it straight this way, so it functions like a T intersection, and have that be the upper part of the cargo bay? Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that idea a lot. So, the center part is getting cut out. Also means I don't have to change the angle here so much to get the cargo bay effect I was looking for. So, up here, something that I'm trying to decide, Fuzzeh and I talked about, and I do know that the first little bit of these are going to be this style. And I do want it overhanging like this. And then shifting over to the other. And this is turning out to be a lot bigger than I intended. It happens. But what I'm asking, opinion-wise, should I load Uncle Steve's angle pack? Because if I do that, I would do probably one more of these, make it 4, and then so that would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here, shift this to the 3 back line. So basically have a better curve on it. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. I just want to see what other people think of that thought. And then let's go ahead, do a massive panel there. But yeah, this is kind of the angle that I was looking at. Let's see. I can kind of get the start of what I was looking at with the angle taken care of here. I don't have to do too much work to get the shape. No. Okay. There, 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 there. And that, no, I built it one too big. One too big. One too far back. So I didn't need this last area here. Get this floating block out of the way. And then is that right? Because that's 3, so that should be 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, just add 1. That's 4. Okay. There we go. So that would be the schnoz of this thing. And kind of curve it back from this to this angle here. Which I don't think would be that hard to do. I also now have a huge amount of space up here, which probably because of the size of this thing, I'm going to fill with repulsors. Braking repulsors and things like that. So, yeah, this thing's gotten pretty big. It's pretty good size. But it doesn't seem huge yet. At least not to me. It doesn't seem just enormous. I mean, it feels big, but it doesn't feel stupid big yet. However, it probably is stupid big. Considering how... Let's see how many blocks it is now. Now that I've done all this work. Info? 65,666... no. 600... 665
Now I'm actually
going to go ahead and call it an evening for this. I haven't figured out what my second video for Friday will be. Also, I need to make sure that my second video for Thursday actually gets published because of stupidness. Again, I've got several more modules to design. The repulsor, the landing gear, the gyro, the head, the galley, the medical, cargo, life support, shield, and refinery and assembler. I'm not entirely sure how to put some of that together. Okay, definitely if we're going to use stairs, definitely need to go ahead and put a gravity generator on here, even temporarily. I probably should also look at doing a... oh, excuse me. Communication module for communication, programming block, and a few others. So if you have an idea for something, a module for me to put together for this, if it has a purpose, and that I love those blue lights. Okay. This takes me down. Okay. See, I do not like Adobe right there. Adobe kind of pissed me off right then. I need to figure out something to cover up this area, figure out what to actually do with this area. If you have an idea, I might actually just put the galley in this area and say forget doing that. Because this actually makes sense for a galley. Someplace everybody has to go. You have a good view out here where people can see things and you're not forced to... I mean, you've got light. You can see out, so you don't feel as claustrophobic. I don't know. Over here we've got, well, the center area that's going to be used for something. We've got bunk room that I need to fill in, and then this I need to build the. I need to cover the walls somehow, build something that covers the walls. and then build in my a catwalk sort of thing. Don't know how wide it's going to be, the catwalk, but it's probably going to be built out of, well, I guess I can go ahead and test real quick. It wouldn't be that hard. Let's see. Can I walk? Okay, 4 is good. These can always be converted to catwalk pieces, the part that I can't deal with, the thin ones. So, question is, can I walk with 3? I can walk with 3. I don't think I can go with 2. But we're going to try. Yeah. I cannot walk with 2. So, that means that the catwalks will overhang about that much. Because I want to put something here that covers up these walls. So, come on, let me fill this in, please. And up there. But yes, I'll have a catwalk there. I need to figure out stairs and things like that. So, I've got a lot more work to do to figure this whole part out. But this is part of the cargo bay. 4. I can just do this real quick. There we go. So, catwalk wraps around. I'll have stairs probably up here. That means probably this area here will be the forward part of the catwalk. Meaning I have all this area up here to mess with. Bridge will probably be, well, from about here forward. Here forward. I've got to figure out what sort of weaponry this thing is going to have to defend it. Back here, my plan is to have a similar shape to the curve at the front, except for having this spine that sticks out above the entry to the cargo bay. And then off of the spine, I'll have kind of a main drive unit made out of sage thrusters, and then these wings that stick up and kind of off to the sides for more thrust. So that's my idea for it. It's forming pretty well. I've got a lot more detail work to put in here. So that I still have a long way to go, and I'm actually at this point very happy that our build-off did not happen, because I would not be able to give this craft the justice it deserves from being built. So, Yeah. Well, with that, I am going to go ahead and end this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Who knows? Sunday, Fuzz and I may be working on small ships together. I don't know. We shall see. So until then, bye-bye.